Hi viewers, welcome to Yogi, the math tutor. I will now explain the problems in exercise 5. The first question, verify the following. 18 into 7 plus of minus 3 which is equal to 18 into 7 plus 18 into minus 3. So first of all, we need to prove LHS is equal to RHS. Now if you are taking the left side statement, so 18 into 1 positive 1 negative, do the subtraction. So 7 minus is 3 is 4. So here 7 is big number, so we need to keep the big number sign, that is plus 4. So 18 for the answer is 72. Come to the right side statement. So 18 into 7 the division. So if you are multiplying 18 into 7, you will get 126 plus. So 18 3 is 54. So one positive negative, you will get negative answer. So again here one positive one negative there, do the subtraction. So 126 minus 54, you will get 72, and positive is a big number, so you will get the positive. So from this therefore we can say that LHS is equal to RHS. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. This property states that A into B plus C, which gives A into B plus A into C, that is distributive property. Next problem also based on the distributive property. So here we need to add first left side we need to add minus 4 and minus 6, you will get minus 10. And then here we have minus 21. So minus into minus plus, 21 into 10, you will get 210. Then come to the left right side. So 20 minus into minus, you will get plus. 21 into 4 to the 8, so plus 84 you will get. Then minus into minus plus, so 21 6 are, so 126 you will get. So if I'm adding both positive number, answer is positive, so answer is 210. So from this example we can say that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Next second bit, for any integer a, what is minus 1 into a equal to? So here a is in any integer, so if I'm taking minus 1 into any integer, the answer is so you will get 1 into a, here positive into negative, a will come. For example, if I'm taking minus 1 into 2, then answer is minus 2, so answer is minus a. So next question, determine the integer whose product with minus 1 is 5 the given. So determine the integer, so product with minus 1 is equal to 5 the given. So what is an integer? So here we need 5, so obviously one table you will get 1 times 5 is 5, but here negative is there, so negative into negative it will become positive, so therefore answer is minus 5. Next problem we will go with find a product using suitable properties. Next we will go with third bit problems, find a product using suitable properties. Here the given 26 into minus 48 plus minus 48 into minus 36 the given. So we need to compare this problem with the distributive property. So already we know the distributive property, A into B into A into B plus A into C, which is equal to A into B plus C. So now you can compare the problem with this property. See here 48 and minus 48, minus 48 is common into two terms, so you can define it is as A value and you can take this B and C. So now A into B plus this is A into C. So now from A into B plus A into C, you will get A into B plus C. Therefore you will get A into B plus C. So what is the A value here? Minus 48 into the B value here 26, then plus C value is minus 36. So 26 plus 36, what you will get? Minus 10. Then this side we have minus 48. So final answer is minus into minus plus that is 48 into 10 480. Next question, 18 to 53 minus 125. Now observe here, if I am multiplying 18 to 125 here, you will get 1000. So we need to change the place of these two integers. So you should write here minus 125 into 53. The left side we have minus 8. So what is the property here indicating? Here just I change the order. So a into b is always equal to b into a. So this is a commutative property for multiplication. If we are changing the order, there is no change in the answer. So 8 into minus 125, which is equal to minus 1000 into 53. So you will get minus 53,000. So by using the properties, we can simplify the product easily. The next third question, 15 into minus 25 into minus 4 into minus 10. So to simplify this one, you should make the pair here like we are multiplying a into b. So 25 into 4 you will get 25 4 is 100, minus into minus plus you will get, this is minus 10. Then this is left side we have 15. So again multiply these two numbers by using a into b. So you will get plus into minus minus. So 1000 you will get into 15. So final answer is equal to minus 15,000. So the next fourth one, here for minus 41 into 102 they given. So here we can't apply any rule here. So divide, you can write this 102 as 100 plus 2. So which gives 102. So left side we have minus 41. Now you can compare formula a into b plus c, which gives a into b plus a into c. Now you can find a value for a is equal to 41, b is equal to 100 and c is equal to 2. Now you can find the answer a into b. So a into b means a is 41. So minus 41 into 100 plus a again minus 41 into b value is 2. So finally you will get minus 41 into 100 minus 4100 plus minus 41 into 2, that is minus 82 you will get. If I'm adding both negative numbers, we need to add and you will get negative answer. So minus 4182, 4182. Next question, 625 into minus 35 plus minus 625 into 65. If you here there is no common terms, but if you are taking 625 and 625 as a common by using the distributive property, you can take 625 is a common. So you will get remaining term is minus 35 plus here minus 625 is there, but I took positive 625. So here minus 1 will be there. So if I am taking the common, so minus 1 into 65 you will get minus 65 you will get answer. So positive will become negative 65. So this is by using the property a into b plus a into c, which gives a into b plus c. So next one is 625 into minus 35 minus 65, you will get minus 100. So 625 into 100 you will get minus 6,25,000. Sorry, 62,500. Next question, 7 into 50 minus 2. So you can use the distributive property a into b minus c is equal to a into b minus a into c. So that is equal, multiply these two terms, again these two terms by distributive property. So 7 5s are 35, 350 minus 14, then you will get 336 is an answer. So coming to the seventh problem, minus 17 into minus 29 they given. So 29 you can write as minus 30 plus 1. Then you can left side we have minus 17. So a into b plus c, which is equal to, so already we know this is a into b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c by using the distributive property. So this is a value, this is b and this is c. So that is you will get a into b. So minus 17 into minus 30 plus a into c. A value here minus 17 into c value is 1. So 17 3 is 51 and means 510. So positive. Then plus 17 into minus 1, that is minus 17. So if I'm subtracting one positive negative, do the subtraction and keep the big number sign. So that is 493. So positive 493 is answer. Next question, minus 57 into minus 19 plus 57 the given. So here we can't use the any rule here. You can separate these two are different terms. Now from these two terms you can take this 57 is a common. So now you will get here 57 is common there. So you will get minus 1. So minus 57 into minus 1, which gives minus 57 into this is minus 19 plus 57 already is there, so you should take 1 here. So 57 into 1 you will get 57. So next 57 into, so minus 1 into minus 19, that is 19 1s are 19, minus into minus plus, that is 1. So that is 57 into 19 plus 20, 10 1 will you will get 20. So 57 into 20 you will get 140. 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10 plus 1 11. So the answer is 1140. Next we will go with problems in exercise 6. Here in exercise 6 we have only fill in the blanks, that is 4 fill in the blanks. The first one is minus 25 divided by fill in the blank, which gives 25. So here 25 is there, so 25 if you are dividing with 1 you will get the same answer, but here positive there, here negative there, so you should take negative. So minus into minus plus will become. The second one is fill in the blank divided by 1, which gives 49. So to get the 49, what we need to divide here, you will take 49. So but here negative there, but here positive there, so you will take the negative. So negative positive, which gives negative answer. So 50 divided by 0. So whenever you are dividing any number with 0, we can't define the answer, not define the answer. The next last one is 0 divided by 1, obviously we will get 0. Next we will go with the problems in exercise 7. In a class test containing 15 questions, 4 marks are given for every correct answer and 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. So if we are doing the correct answer, they will give the positive 4 for the correct. If we are attempting the wrong answer, they will deduct the 2 marks from our score. So the first question, Bharati attempts all questions but only 9 answers are correct. So what is her score? So out of 15 questions she attempted all the 15 questions, but out of 15 questions she got only 9 are correct. So for this you need to find the solve like this. So correct answers, so correct answers, she did correct answers 9, and wrong answers she did 6 wrong answers. Why? Because out of 15 questions 9 are correct. So if you are subtracting, these all are 9 or 6 are wrong questions. So we need to add the count the score now. So for 9 questions we are allotting the 4 marks each question plus. So for wrong answers we are deducting 2 marks each one. So 9 4s are 36 plus 6 2s are minus 12. So if you are calculating 24. So Bharati score now 24 marks. In the next question, one of her friend Hema attempts only 5 questions and all are correct. What will be her total score? So out of 15 questions, she attempted only 5. So remaining 10 questions are not attempted. So there is no negative marks. So we need to calculate only mark for 5 questions. Therefore, she did correct answers only 5. So we are awarding 4 marks for each correct question. So that is 5 into 4, that is equal to 20 marks. Now Hema's score is 20 marks. Next question, a cement company earns a profit of 9 rupees per bag of white cement sold and a loss of 5 rupees per bag of grey cement sold. What is the meaning here? The company have the white and grey colored cements. If they are selling the white cement, they will get the 9 rupees profit, but if they are selling the gray color cement bags, they will get the 5 rupees loss on per bag. So then in that one first question, the company sells 7,000 bags of white cement and 6,000 bags of gray cement in a month. So what is its profit or loss? So in a 1 month, the total the company sells total 7,000 bags of white cement and 6,000 bags of gray cement. So now we are going to calculate the profit or loss. So first of all, we need to calculate the 7,000 white cement bags cost. So automatically, if you are selling the white cement, they will give the profit. So we need to calculate the profit first. So profit is equal to 7,000 white cement bags into, we will get the 9 rupees profit. So that is called 7 9s are 63,000. So if you are selling, the company sells 7,000 white cement bags, they will get the profit is 63,000. Then next they are selling 6,000 bags of gray, that is loss. So loss is equal to 6,000 bags into, you will get the 5 rupees loss on each bag. So 6 5s are 30,000. So in that month you will get they will get the company gets 63,000 profit, and last they will get 30,000 by selling the gray colored cement. So therefore here profit is greater than loss, therefore 63,000 minus 30,000, the company will get 33,000 as a total profit. So that company gets 30,000 as a total profit. In the next B question, what is number of white cement bags it must sell to have neither profit nor loss? If the number of gray bags sold 5,400 bags, here they sold 5,400 bags of gray. So they will get now they're asking how many white cement bags need to sell to get either profit nor loss. So means there is no profit, there is no loss. So we need to select how many white colored cement bags need to sell. So first of all, we need to calculate the loss. Why? Because they sold gray color bags. So loss is equal to they sold 5,400 gray color cement bags, and you will get loss of 5 rupees on each. So therefore you will get 20. So here you will get 27,000 rupees loss. So therefore number of white cement bags is equal to, so number of white cement bags is equal to total loss on gray bags by, we are going to take the 9 rupees here. Why? Because we are calculating the number of white cement bags, that is 2,700 is loss. So we need loss 27,000 here. So by 9 to get the number of white cement bags. 9 times 1s are 9 times 3s are. So therefore we need to sell 3,000 white cement bags to get neither profit nor loss. In the third question, they're asking the temperature at 12 noon was 10 degrees centigrade above 0. If it decreases at at the rate of 2 degrees centigrade per hour until midnight, and what time was the temperature 8 degrees below the 0? What is the temperature at midnight? So here we are going to calculate the temperature at midnight, and what was the time if the temperature is 8 degrees centigrade below the 0. Two questions they given, we need to find the two solutions here. So first of all, we need to calculate the what was the temperature at midnight. So here, so temperature at 12 noon, that is 10 degrees above 0 means plus 10 degrees they given. Now here we are going to calculate the temperature at midnight. Temperature at midnight is equal to, midnight means after 12 hours. So and it decreases 2 degrees per every hour. So starting it is 10 degree centigrade minus, so we are going to calculate after 12 hours. So 12 hours into every hour it is decreasing 2 degree centigrade. So after midnight, that's why I took here 12 hours, and every hour it decreases 2 degrees. So we need to multiply after 12 hours, 12 into 2, that is 24 degrees centigrade, and starting is 10 degrees centigrade, that is equal to minus 40 degrees centigrade. So the temperature at midnight is equal to minus 14 degrees centigrade, means 14 degrees below the zero. And the next question, what time the temperature 8 degrees centigrade below zero? Below zero means 8 degrees centigrade. At what time? So already we know starting time is 10 degrees centigrade. Then after what time? So it will coming minus 8 degrees. So previously here we did it after 12 hours into 2 degrees. So here we are down the time. So that's why we took as a unknown time as a value. So now we are going to calculate the a. So 10 minus, that is 2a, is equal to minus 8 degrees centigrade. So we are transporting this 10 to the right side. So minus 2a is equal to minus 8 degrees centigrade minus 10 degrees centigrade, that is equal to minus 2a is equal to minus 18 degrees centigrade. Then a is equal to 18 degrees centigrade by 2, that is 9. So that is equal to 9. So at what time means at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. the temperature was 8 degrees below the zero. The time is 8 p.m. now. And exercise 7, fourth question, you can try yourself. Next I'm explaining the fifth question. An elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 minutes per minute. If the descent starts from 10 meters above the ground level, how long it will take to reach minus 350 meters? So 10 meters above the ground level means positive 10. So first of all, we need to calculate the total distance of elevator from starting place to reach 350 places. So total distance, so the machine start from above the zero means positive 10 meters, and it reached minus 350, so that is 350 meters. So the total distance is equal to 10 meters plus 350 meters, so that is 360 meters. So the total elevator descents into the distance of elevator descents is 360 meters. Now we are going to calculate the time. Time is equal to that is distance by rate. So rate means this is rate. That rate is given 6 meters per minute. So we are calculating 360 meters by 6 minutes per minute, or 6 meters per minute. So 6 1s are 6 6 are 30. So that is equal to 60 minutes. So 60 minutes is nothing but 1 hour. And subscribe my channel to get more notifications. I am uploading all the grade 7th all topics. So thanks for watching my video.